So if anyone's interested in learning how to do type on a path in Illustrator, I'll just show you that. It is a really simple thing, and there's just a few little options that you can use as well. Okay, to start with, you need a path. So a path is just a line. Okay, so some sort of line, generally a curved line. If you're doing type on a path, it's probably going to be on a curved line. Okay, so which we would just make with the pen tool. Alright, so I'm just going to do a simple, okay, so I've just got a blank document, so I'm just using the pen tool. Okay, now remember with the pen tool to make a curved line, you click and drag. So if I click here, okay, and I'll get these handles, and if you've got your smart guides turned on, that's quite useful so you can line things up. Okay, the smart guides are those green lines that come up. So if I wanted to, in Chris's case, he's doing a smile. So if I want to do something that's a smile, I can line it up by going over here until I get to those green lines, and then I click there and drag, and I get something like that. Okay, and I can adjust that. Oh, I didn't want to fill. Okay, you don't want to have a fill if you're doing this this thing. You should just probably have a stroke, or you don't even have to have a stroke actually. If you just want some curved text, but you don't want the stroke there, then you would have a stroke and a fill of 0. So you can do that. So it's like a hidden path. Okay, so in this case, I don't want to fill at all. Okay, so I would click on, go back to there, shell switches, have it on there, but I do want a fill. And I'm just, whatever, black or something will do. Okay, so there's my path. All right, so I've just done a black stroke on this path. I could, adjust the curves. Remember the direct selection tool? Okay, I can click on that anchor and, move the handles around if I wanted to. Okay, so once I've got my path, then I go to the type tool, which is directly underneath the pen tool, and you can see there's a whole bunch of type tools here. And there's one called type on a path tool. Okay, so I just choose that one. So it's under here, yep. So if you click and hold on that type tool, yep, so it's the one called type on a path. And then when you put your mouse over here, you'll see that the cursor, it's like the normal type cursor, but it's also got a curved line with it, which means it's the type on a path tool. And once I get close to the path, I'm getting this little, in green words, it says path. So that means I can click there and type. Okay, so if I click there and just type my words. Okay, something like that. I can, if I want to make the text, bigger or a different font or whatever, it's just the same as normal text. You can either, if you're still in the text tool, the type tool, you can just highlight it and, change the settings up there. Or you can go to the character panel and change things there. If you're in the, just in the selection tool. Now, hang on, I think it's the direct selection tool. I can never remember this part. Yes. If you want to move where the text is starting, so maybe you started it too close to the beginning or too close to the end or something, you go to the direct selection tool, so that's the white arrow, and you'll see there's a little white square at the beginning of the text. So you can just grab that and, oops. Oh, now what have I done? Oh, it went back to the selection tool. Why did it do that? Here we are. What is this doing? Direct selection tool, there. No, now it's not working. It just worked a second ago. Damn it. This bit always causes me trouble. I don't know why. No, it's not going to do it. Anyway, but you saw it. I did it. And then it decided to stop working. Why? I don't know. Anyway, but you can also, in the type menu, there's a section called type on a path, and you've got options here. Okay, now these things are kind of how it looks. If you go into type on a path options, and there's a preview box there. If you tick the preview box, then any changes you make, you'll see the preview. Okay, I don't know why it's called a rainbow effect. It's the perspective of it. So you can change those and you can see what they look like. So rainbow is just your normal, it's facing on there. Skew kind of skews it a bit. Okay, you can see what each of the different options does if you've got that preview button ticked. So, Joe, it's in the type menu, and then it's got type on a path options, I think was there. Yeah. Yep, so that's what we've got here. Type on a path options. There's also flip if you want it on the other side of the line. Oh, okay, that one, depending on which one you've got selected. Okay, so rainbow, it'll flip to that side or that side. How close to the path do you want it? Okay, so if it's a path that has a stroke, maybe you want it a little bit away from it. So you've got baseline, which is right on there, or you can have it centered on the text. Well, you wouldn't do that obviously if it had a stroke on it. That would be if it was an invisible path. Ascender and descender, it's just got a bit of space there. And the spacing, okay, auto is all right, but you can add, that's spacing between the letters. Okay, so if you want to increase the spacing between the letters. Now this depends on, what have I got this on? Mine's on 36 points, so, okay, that's interesting. It won't let me have more than 36 points. Okay, it'll only let me have less. Interesting. Anyway, so you've got all those options there. And so that's pretty much it for type on a path. I'll put that back to auto. And baseline. And so if you... Oh, what happened to my stroke? It's interesting. I had that as a stroke. Why did that get changed? But, okay, so it's now an invisible stroke, which you might just want the curved path and not actually see the line, in which case you'd have no stroke there. Okay, so you can do that as well. Or you might want to see the actual line. Oh, no, hang on. Oh, sorry, that's because I've got the actual text is selected. I must have done something when I did other stuff, because now it's just doing it like the text is selected. I do another path. Change that again. Alright, so I've got a path and no fill. There we are. Okay, so something like that. And type on a path. So well, that's really weird. It's changing. As soon as I type on it, it changes the wording. So I'll just say that. So yeah, if you want if you want, what did I say? If you want stroke on a path as well as the type, you just have to do a separate path. It's got the stroke on it.